SouthCoast Serves is a collaborative of over 35 community organizations who have united to build the infrastructure for service in the South Coast region. Our members believe that it's through service that our community really will prosper and we can meet many of the needs of our region. This year, South Coast Serves took the opportunity to celebrate Martin Luther King's life and devotion to service by doing a variety of service projects. So we started off at Gifts to Give with a service rally that was wonderful. We had over 400 people come and sort gifts, but also think about and reflect about the life of MLK. There was a video, we had Representative Barney Frank make some remarks, the Chancellor was there, and I have to say my favorite part was the New Bedford High cheerleaders who performed for us, not only doing some great gymnastics, but also doing a service cheer, which they created.
We explode with spirit, we rise above the rest. The pride of New Bedford is simply the best.
But I'm especially pleased to be here because what we want to do on a day like today is not just honor his memory, but carry on his spirit.
Martin Luther King was a leader that said everyone should have the opportunity, and I think we don't really make that dream come true if we just do it for ourselves.
So this is really about children helping other children and the power of coming together as a group.
I'm so excited to be here today, not only to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but also to come together as a community and to give back and give a little bit of our time to such an incredible organization. I really think they deserve a round of applause for all of the hard work that they put in every single day.
From there, projects range from seniors reading to children at Harbor House, which is a shelter for families that are in transition, and they read stories about the life of MLK, and that was a nice connection for people.
Foster Grandparent Program is a wonderful program. We give our seniors the opportunity to read and play with children in a number of situations: nursery schools, elementary classrooms, hospitals, anywhere there's a child that will benefit from the interaction with a grandparent.
I think they get a lot of enjoyment by, listening, and by me reading to them, the other foster grandparents reading to them. They learn a lot.
We had a financial empowerment program at the CEDC, which is the Community Economic Development Center of Southeastern Massachusetts, and students from New Bedford High, who are part of the LEADS program, that's Leadership for Educational Attainment Developed Through Service, did a workshop about how budgeting money is important and also thinking about the earned income tax credit. So they learned about the reality that everyone does have to do their taxes, but there are ways of doing your taxes that will help bring back money to our community. So those students that were trained then had the opportunity to go into their communities and share that information. We had a quilt project which had middle school children in Fall River creating patches that will be sewn together and then sent overseas to servicemen as part of a project called Quiet Comfort. Children at the Greater New Bedford Boys and Girls Club participated in a program called Cards for Kids, which was developed by a 16-year-old girl in Attleboro. She encourages people all over the state to create cards, which then she distributes throughout the country for children who would be comforted by a card from another child.
On the front it says, "You are a star," and then I wrote love in cursive.
Positive actions against chemical addiction joined us in the Martin Luther King Project by encouraging a group of people who are affiliated with them to participate in their annual homeless survey. Youth Build members participated in an awesome project that had 11 Youth Build members completing 5 Osprey platforms at Allen's Pond Wildlife Sanctuary.
Youth Build is an AmeriCorps program which is structured around community service. We believe in service learning.
And so I didn't think that I was going to have as good of a time as I did. I really enjoyed being able to do something hands-on.
It helps the community in a lot of ways to bring people together and just help out in general with their community.
Finally, we have have 2 beautiful murals at SouthCoast Legal Services in Fall River, and we encourage people to go by and see how beautiful this mural is that was created by a group of people, including veterans from the Veterans Transition Assistance Center or Veterans Transition House in New Bedford, and some middle school children in Fall River. And it's really a beautiful dedication to Martin Luther King and the ideals that his life reflected. Another fabulous project was the team from Bold Moves Real Estate worked with Mercy Meals, which is a breakfast program in New Bedford that provides not only breakfast, but dignity for people who are in need of a morning meal. Through this project, over 400 volunteers completed over 1,700 hours of service. In addition, it's important to realize that many of the volunteers, this was their first time volunteering, and they have committed to volunteering in the future. SouthCoast Serves believes that through service, we have the opportunity to meet the needs of the community. We didn't know when we started the project what doing all these different projects would result in. This project really did embody the ideal that when people serve, communities prosper.